Praise God, am I audible? Hopefully. I would like to sing a song before I start with my testimony. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Though the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, and oh, it chases me down, fights till I found me. The 99, I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Praise God. I thank and praise God for giving me yet another wonderful opportunity to stand in your midst and to testify God's name, to just tell about one very important blessing that God has given me in my life. God has been helping me in everything, all the way from all the small things to all the bigger things, at home, in school, and wherever it is. About 6 months ago, I had testified in church about submitting myself for baptism and about how God helped me in various areas. After seeing that testimony, I could see a significant change in my life. In whatever event I participated in or whatever I was a part of, I could see God upholding me in front of my classmates, my batchmates, and even in school. So I thank God for that. In our school, we had some selections for the future scientists of the UAE program affiliated with the Gulf Medical University in UAE. And so as a science student, I decided to apply for it, whether I get it or not. So the first step for applying for this program was an application form along with our portfolio and a grade 10 final mark list. So obviously all the other applicants were way more qualified than me, and most of them were of different nationalities like Americans, Australians, and all that. So after the application, they shortlisted about 30 people from our school. And since there were way too many applicants from our school alone, about 30, and only 2 students were supposed to be there from each GEM school, I saw no chance in getting selected, and obviously trying wouldn't hurt. So they kept an interview due to the massive amount of participants. And this interview was being directly taken by the head professors of that university. And as a normal person, I was really tense. And even during the interview, I didn't know what to say, but God helped me through it all in helping me to answer and keeping up a good profile. So when I asked my other friends about how their interview was, they said that it was short and nothing much was asked, but it was quite the contrary for me, and I was asked way more deeper stuff. So after that interview, we were told that we would get an acceptance letter if we were selected, or a rejection letter if we weren't. So on November 4th by 4 p.m., I got an acceptance letter from that university stating that I got selected out of the 2 students that were from our school. Not to mention I was the only girl who was selected from our school. However, in the later stages, a couple more students were selected from our school through recommendations. But by God's grace, I got into the program without any recommendations. So that's only because of God's marvelous work, and this is not because of my capabilities or because of my talent, but it's only because of God's recommendation. So I can't express how thankful I am to God for this. I never imagined that I'll ever see a medical university close up, let alone enter one, and stand there in the auditorium and talk a little about myself. So it's all God's grace. And like everyone knows, studying in a medical university in UAE post-schooling is a dream of many parents, and it's hard to get into a medical university in UAE considering the qualifications and the extremely high expenditure. But in this research program, all the expenses are taken up by the Gulf Medical University itself. And so, and also it's way more intense in all the aspects. So I'll be working with a bunch of scientists and professors on various courses, and this will be helpful on various courses and experiments and researches while still pursuing 11th and 12th in my school. And so it'll be a great experience for me and for my future too. Thanking God once again for this opportunity and submitting myself into His hands. Thank you.
നമ്മുടെ ഒരു തലമുറയ്ക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ശ്രേഷ്ഠ friends. I'm Michelle and I'm from grade 11. I'm 15 years old and I'm from James Arrow Indian School, Dubai. And I'm really interested in microbiology and researching about DNA and basically anything related to biology is what I like to research about. So thank you.